Hi, Pep.
Sorry.
It's okay. Before we look ahead to the game, Pep, I just wanted to ask you about Gareth Bale, who obviously announced his retirement. What really stands out for you about his career, and was there ever a chance that maybe you could have signed him throughout your managerial career?
Too expensive. What a player. So, fantastic career. Won a lot of things, and I think he represents Wales, and with more than 100 caps. So, and now he will become a fantastic golf player.
I think you said a few years back that you've got an open invite for him to come and play golf with you. Is that invite still there for him?
Yeah, I was busy, I think so. Maybe now he has time. I will invite him again.
Looking ahead to the game then, I just wonder how ready Kalvin Phillips is to make his first start for you now, and what are you seeing from him that says he's ready now?
So he's ready. Yeah. Of course, I think we need a little bit time for tactic aspects, but he's ready, and we are delighted that.
Can you give any hint as to whether he will make his first start for you tomorrow? And I suppose when you look at it as well, what patience is needed for him to fit into your style of play, what you want from him, given his start to his Manchester City career has been so interrupted by injury?
We have to see it, but I think he's intelligent player. Normally holding midfielders are so clever, intelligent, and having incredible work ethic and in the training sessions, and he has educated in Leeds with Marcelo Bielsa, with JC Mars, but especially Marcelo, the fact that the commitment every training session, every game, so I don't have doubts about that, but of course there are patterns and movements or things that you need time and games, and unfortunately a right this season, unfortunately for the injuries, so he could not be there, but that's why step by step he will get it.
Pep, how proud are you of your record in this competition? Because it's brought you success, but it's also given you that opportunity to slowly introduce some of the younger players into the first team setup.
Yeah, but have been good. So we won it, and of course it's a competition. So I said many times, of course there are competitions more important than Carabao Cup, but we don't choose competitions. It's a game tomorrow in Southampton. You have to try to reach semi-final. So once we arrive there, we are so close to arrive every time we are semi-finals, because you are there to play another final. So knowing that the opponents are still there in contention, they are so strong. So to do what you have to do tomorrow. This is what we have done so far many years.
How do you assess that test that you face against Southampton?
Well, it's a away game. It's better to play at home, but I know they are in difficult position. A new manager. We knew perfectly with the previous one, with Ralph, how struggle every season. Now we saw a little bit, they changed some movements, some patterns. That is normal. Every manager has his own style. You have to adapt in what they do and try to impose our game and win the game, of course. And we want to come back to reach the semi-final tomorrow.
Pep, just going back to Kalvin, when Jack Grealish gave his TV interview the other day, he said he didn't understand how hard it would be coming to Manchester City and getting used to playing at a different club. How hard is that? Because Kalvin was the same as Jack in the sense of he was the star at Leeds. He comes here and there's lots of players playing to a certain pattern. How hard is that to get used to that?
For me, it's not hard. The way we want to play is so simple. Run without the ball, everyone, to help each other with the ball, be in the positions to get the ball in a better conditions that if you are not in the right position. I would say, I read the sentence or the words from Jack and I understand. So there in Aston Villa, I said, do whatever you want. Move here, move there, right, left, you have the feeling. Here's a little bit completely different. It's to stay more in a position, the ball comes where you are. And sometimes you have, a little bit more time for that. But we spoke a few times with Jack about positions, about football tactics, and he understands completely, and he feels so comfortable with that. Always there are reasons why we want to play in this way, but it's not. Honestly, it's not easy. It's not difficult. Honestly, it's not.
And just going back to this competition, you've won 4. Alex Ferguson won 4. Brian Clough won 4. Does it mean anything to you to think you could win 5? I know it's the FL Cup, but you would still be above them in terms of winning that competition.
Absolutely not. No, absolutely not. So we want to win it because we are there. We want to do it, but it will not change my life if I have the same with Sir Alex. So what we have done so far in this competition has been amazing. So it's not. No. It don't produce me something special I have the same with Brian, Chloe, or Sir Alex. Portland City have been in this competition, like the people say, it's the less important competition. We try to do our best. Even last season, when we were out early stage against West Ham for penalty shootings, we were magnificent the way we played there. So, and after, winning a lot of titles in the last 6 years, because we won a lot, and especially the important ones as the Premier League 2 times back-to-backs, still in this competition we are there. This is the biggest detail that the club is doing things correctly, or I would say in the humble way, to say why we should choose one competition, why should not play good one game in these competitions on the other one. Once we are there, of course, we want to win it. But I said many times, whatever happen in the future before we leave, nothing we're going to change what we have done. It's not just about the titles. That of course the titles helps to be sitting here, but it's not just about that. It's how many things have been amazingly, I would say, have been fantastic. The way we work, the way many things we have done still now, the way we are playing in many games in a high quality after many years. This is for me more important than sometimes win a Carabao Cup or don't win the Carabao Cup. Of course we want to win the Champions League, of course we want to fight for the Premier League with Arsenal and the other teams as far as possible. This is, I think, we have already inside of us, and this is important.
It might not matter now, but when in many years' time, when you're an old man and there's somebody else managing and people are saying, who was the best? Was it Ferguson or Clough or Guardiola? Then that's when the trophies count.
But I don't know is the reason why you are the best for the trophies you won. I don't know. I said many times, we won a lot, yeah, in a short period of time. We won a lot, in all. But it's because, in my case, we was in the 3 fantastic clubs. So there are fantastic managers. They are not with the players I had and I have. And I never forget. I said 1,000 million times. I never forget. The success belongs to the players, the structure, the hierarchy, the foundations of the organization that you are and the players that you have. Without that, you can be brilliant ideas. You can have incredible work ethic. You can be 1,000 million things. Without Mahrez, free kick in the corner. Can you tell me the influence I had in this action from Riyadh?
You brought him here, so.
I didn't pay £1 from Riyadh. £1 was the club.